Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being there tonight for this career talk. So let me introduce you Ariana Bernacchia, sorry. She's a current student from the Master in International Management. Thank you for being the interviewer tonight. And Vlada Botanovic, who is an alumnus 2010, if I'm not wrong, from the Master as well. So you heard that, well, you understood that Ariana will do the interview, though I don't want to spend too much time on that. So the floor is yours, Ariana, to interview Vlada, and of course, we will give you time at the end for questions, guys, okay? Please, Ariana, thank you so much.
Thank you, Marjorie, and hello, everyone. So as Marjorie already said, Vlada, you are an alumnus from IUM, the Master in International Management, back in 2010 with already a very successful career. You have worked for companies.
If you say so.
yeah, of course. Marjorie said so, so I believe her. And for successful companies such as Geox, Fornari, and now you're an export manager at Carpisa. So my very first question is, back in 2010, what are the reasons that motivated you to choose IUM for the master degree?
So first of all, thank you for having me this evening. Hi, everybody. I don't know how many people are online, but hopefully they will not get bored. So Ariana, to answer your question, why I chose IUM, I would say the first most important reason was, let's say, the I in IUM, which is the international part, okay? It is because really it is an international environment. And I had the luck of being together with people from all over the world, from different nationalities. And this really broadened my perspectives on many things. And also one other reason is the fact that they had a pretty good office called the career department, okay, that basically was helping students trying to match them with their potential future companies, which is actually what happened also to me. So yeah.
I'm happy to hear that more or less we have the same reasons. And then my next question is, what skills, which are fundamental, you learn at IUM? And so in which way the university prepared you for the real working life outside the university?
Well, Ariana, let's say that in my master's, during my master's, I got to learn the tools, okay, that were needed in order to, let's say, start this new adventure, which is my first job. And I would say that in terms of skills, one very important one also in my line of work was negotiation skills. Okay, this was something that I use even today, and the importance of compromise, of course, because we all know it's important to try to get to the win-win, but many times when you have certain problems, certain partners, you need to be able also to compromise. So yeah, this is one skill that for me is still used even today. Okay.
Thank you. So the next one is, as a master student, when you started, were you already aware of what you wanted to do, or you discovered it after?
Well, to be honest, Rihanna, I already had some idea of what I wanted to do, and the fact that I was coming from Eastern Europe, so I had some knowledge of languages, of the culture, of the mentality of the people. So I knew that at a certain point I want to work for a Western company and to be able to help them understand such markets and help them enter into such new opportunities, which is actually what I ended up doing.
Thank you. So then, after graduating from IUM, which are the major working experience that helped you to achieve what you have now, so that allows you to arrive where you are now?
So, well, definitely the first experience, which was in Geox, where I got to form my path as a manager, and this helped me to develop new skills and to learn from the very best. Imagine that at that time I was young. I got the opportunity. I was 21. I got the opportunity to work for a big multinational company, which was third in its industry, the brown segment shoes industry, and I was given the opportunity to start doing several markets and to be responsible from A to Z, okay, from all possible problems that can arise from one market and partner, and this allowed me to grow, okay, a lot in terms of experience, and in the end, of course, to prove myself through results.
Okay, then so what piece of advice would you give to a student like me, for example, that want to follow the same career path as you?
Well, I'd say be persistent and be hungry for knowledge, because things might not always be easy, and definitely will be tested and challenged, surely, because taking into consideration the times we're living now and the crisis, you will need to be able to overcome difficulties and to build up your character, okay, so that definitely you can achieve your goals, provided that, of course, you have an idea where you want to go.
Okay, now the next one I think is a good one. How we can make it different next to someone else that apply for the same job?
Well, I'd say you have to be, first of all, open to adapt to new situations, to the environment, to not lose your temper, okay? Because you surely will be challenged, maybe provoked in the interviews, which is actually what happened to me several times. And I believe you should always take into consideration that in the end, quality always stands out. So definitely try to make the best out of such opportunities.
Thank you. The next one, I think it can help really everyone. So in your opinion, what are the keys for a well-executed job interview?
For a well-executed job interview, well, I would say preparation, okay? Because it is the only thing that you can control at that point in your life. You can't control the environment, you can't control the interviewers, the fact that you might have little experience, okay? But you can do your due diligence properly. You can try to know everything possible about the company, about the president, the details concerning the product. So try to minimize the risk, okay? It is, I would say, a good start in a career job interview.
Thank you. I think we are all interested in your actual career. So I would like to know, and we all would like to know, what are your key tasks as an expert area manager at Carpisa, and what are, in your opinion, the challenges of being a manager today?
Okay, so I would say like this, in terms of tasks, I would divide them into two categories. So at a macro level, I am dealing with the franchisee partners as a main bridge between them and the company. We're speaking about my partners in more than 11 markets in Europe. So I'm responsible basically for everything from the goods delivery and custom clearance, furniture production, problems with goods coverage, negotiating commercial terms and conditions, finding and preparing new locations, the P&Ls, monitoring payments, things like this, preparing weekly and monthly reports, for example, for the company, okay, in terms of market and store performances and profitability. And these are just a few to mention on the macro level. And then, of course, there is the more operational ones, on the micro level, that are things like, for example, the staff training sometimes, monitoring the KPIs of the stores and the turnover performances, periodical visits to the stores to check if my partners are respecting the franchisee standards. Last but not least, the stock management, which is very important, like analyzing the stock levels, the rotation of the product, reorders, things like this. And I mean, the list is pretty long, but just for you to have an idea, I think about my tasks. Okay.
Thank you. You gave us a great idea of what you do. And then in a
I hope
business
so.
world, in a business world that continuously changes and present new challenges, what are, in your opinion, the key competencies of an export area manager?
Well, I would say at the very top of the list is conflict resolving skills. Okay, this I think is really, really essential. Then something that you might not think so spontaneously of, but it's quite important, is your willingness to travel. Okay, and when I say travel, I don't mean to go and visit a couple of countries in a couple of weeks. I mean more than 100 flights per year, which was actually also my case in the second year. The fact that you need to be able to adapt to different working environments. I don't know, once you will be in Russia, minus 20 degrees, dealing with a client that is pretty tough due to his nature. Then the next day you will be at opening a new commercial center in Bucharest at 20 degrees. So it's really important for you to be able to shift, okay, at times the focus.
Thank you. So how the COVID-19 pandemic affected, in your opinion, the export sector, and how Carpisa reacted to that?
Well, Ariana, I would say the export sector was among the ones hit most severely, and especially the retail industry where I'm working because we depend on shopping malls, for example, where we have the stores. We depend on the shoppers that, of course, were not able to go and shop due to the lockdowns. We depend on traveling because, let's say, one certain product category in the stores, which is the traveling program, is representing 25% of the whole turnover in the stores. So we had many problems. Goods deliveries, for example, that we have on a weekly basis, that we could not deliver cross borders because closures were active. Products that could not be produced in time from suppliers because they didn't have enough raw materials, for example. And well, how did my company react? The company I'm working for, Carpisa. Well, like most retailers did, we tried to adapt to this new working environment. So, for example, like everybody else, most of our employees started smart working. Then, for example, we needed to reduce our collection by approximately 30%. That means less deliveries to the stores. We also, for example, did something very important. We shifted the focus by giving the clients, our final partners, the possibility of doing online sales, because before the crisis, so pre-pandemics, all the online sales were done centralized from Italy. Okay, and I think these are just some of the issues we faced, as I'm sure all of the companies needed to adapt in some way.
Thank you. It is interesting to know. So the next one is, in your opinion, what are the features making a market attractive for export?
Well, in my line of work, I'd say it all resumes to volumes. Huh? So the potential of a market in terms of number of stores that you can open, the purchasing power of the people there. Can your products make it on that market successfully? The business environment itself, like custom duties, taxes, things like this. The level of the rents in shopping malls, for example. These are all things that need to be attractive. Otherwise, the company will definitely decide to avoid certain markets, which happens also in real life. No?
Thank you. Then, in your opinion, in which territories Carpisa will seize then new opportunities in the future?
Well, first of all, let me tell you that definitely the focus for Carpisa will be more on international markets. So we will try to be less dependent on our home market, which is Italy, because the pandemics showed that it's not good to put most of your eggs in one basket, as I'm sure you can imagine. So to answer more in detail your question, I would say Russia is a country that we're trying to develop more aggressively. We have a certain number of stores, which is 15 at the moment, but it's still a lot less than what we can do there. Then India, for example, we just started opening new stores there, and we hope to achieve big numbers by the end of 2022. So these are just some of them to mention.
Then, which point or aspect do you want that our audience will take from this conversation?
Well, definitely that they should not be discouraged, okay, about what is going on at the moment in real life with all the crises that none of us before lived. So it's something new for everybody. That means in terms of job opportunities, they should not be discouraged. At the moment, I know a lot of companies have introduced a freeze system, so they're not hiring. But I'm expecting this to change in the future, because we all know that companies need people. Okay, they're the main focus. So they should try to be ready when the moment comes, when the opportunity arises, because like all curves now, we're going on a down slope. I'm expecting at least second part of the year, toward the end of the year, to restart the climbing phase. And they should be ready in the sense that they should learn as much as possible, from go to school, okay, because if they don't have the proper basis when the moment comes, I can assure you companies will not spend so much time to start it from scratch if they didn't learn when the time was for learning. No.
Yeah, that's useful. Thank you. Then now we have some questions from the public. So
Okay, we're getting into real-time action. Okay, good.
the first one is, could you talk about how the student life was in Monaco?
How the student life was in Monaco? Well, it was interesting. Yeah? We're talking about a well-known place. You have opportunities not only in school, also outside, for sure. So it's active, it's proactive, it's always something happening. Okay, so as a student, of course, you get to go to classes to learn from school, from fantastic teachers. But then outside school, of course, you have activities. It's all the time something going on, from the Grand Prix to the yacht show to the all kinds of events. I mean, so it's never boring. I would say it's never boring. If you like going out, you have places to go out. If you like going to the beach, you have the beach and the sea. Okay, so it's the climate is fantastic. So it as a whole, it makes a fantastic experience, I would say.
And it's still like that also.
Well, I'm guessing that even if 10 years have passed, things are not that different in this aspect. Huh?
Okay, the next question from public is, what do you love the most about your job?
Well, I love the fact that not even one single day is the same. So it's always okay. Problems, it's a normal part of my job, and it's my job to solve them. But it's always new challenges. So I'm currently handling 11 markets in Europe, and it's different problematics. Huh? It's not the same doing business in, for example, countries of European Union and doing business outside the EU. you have the customs, you have a lot of things, you know. So yeah, I mean,
Okay, the next one is quite good. What is your favorite memory from IUM?
my favorite memory from IOM. Uh, Let me think. I think the very graduation. I would say it was a fantastic event because we got to have this nice graduation in the very casino Monte Carlo. Okay, and it was an experience. Wow, amazing, amazing. I also felt, of course, in the end sad because I knew that was, let's say, the end of a cyclus and the starting of a new one. So whenever I think of Monte Carlo, I think of let's say that graduation moment. It's still imprinted in my mind.
I'm looking forward to, and I hope that with all the COVID pandemic, we will have.
Yeah, now this is part of the challenges we're speaking. So I really hope that you guys get an opportunity to have something like that.
So the next one is, how long did it take for you to find a job after university?
Okay, so this is actually an easy one, and I don't know if I was just lucky enough, but I actually got the job right before I finished the masters. So I got my first contact with the GEOX was at the careers fair that was organized by IOM, and then 3 months later, basically, I started working. So I finished, I think in July, I finished. June or July, I finished the program, I remember, and then already I had my 3-4 interviews in GEOX, and we already agreed that from September I would start work. So basically, very short after I finished.
I hope that talking to you will bring me luck. So.
I also hope. Huh?
And now another question: how would you define? Oh, sorry, we have another question. Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting the International Management Master Program in September. Could you tell me how you found a student housing? Thank you.
Okay, I guess it's important also the part of the housing. I remember at that times also university had some ads, okay, with certain buildings close by that had special offers. Let's call it like that. Now I don't know what's the politics in IOM if you still have those let's say accommodation opportunities. But me, I decided to go on my own. So I went searching for internet, and I found a good accommodation in Busole. I remember it was a nice building, one small studio. It was actually it had also sea view, so I was very happy because it was not so far away. It was like 15 minutes from the university, so it was quite comfortable.
Yeah, the majority of students lives around Monaco.
So anyway, Ariana and Vlada, thank you so much for your what you share. Mario will be able to give more details about this logistic aspect because we have now today we have all the possibilities.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you very much
because
we are almost there anyway. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, the next one is what do you think IUM or Monaco brought to you more than other school or business schools?
Well, definitely the fact that, as I said, I got the opportunity to learn in this really international environment. And when I say international, guys, I had classes. I don't remember actually meeting somebody that was my co-national. Okay, so I had my MIGBA, it was called at that time, class where students from I don't know, Switzerland, Italy, Senegal. Sweden, Hawaii, France, Russia, I remember. And then we had joint classes with the MBAs. And there really I had people from all over the world, from India, Canada, Pakistan, Austria, and the people with whom I'm even today in contact. So yeah, that was really a big plus because you get to hear them out, to hear the way they the business is conducted also in other parts of the world. Of course, again, you get the environment, which is fantastic. So you can combine not only school but also other activities. And for example, I also remember I also managed to play some water polo during my time in IOM, because right next it was the swimming pool, and me I trained before water polo, so I ended up playing for the local team.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I don't. How would you define your target customer at Carpisa?
Target customers. Okay, so we speak mainly about ladies. We're between 20 and 55 is, let's say, one range. A woman that is interested in having a daily use bag, something that is average price, is not expensive. It's up to 40-50 euros. This is my target customer, if I speak about the stores. Then if I speak about my customers from a different perspective, which is a franchisee partner perspective, there, of course, it's a bit different. There, my target customer is an investor, basically, who or better yet, a retailer who wants to invest in opening a franchising store according to some certain, of course, international standards. And of course, in order to be able to do that, he needs to open a bank guarantee, to buy the furniture, things like this. There we go into more complex, let's say, issues.
Another question I have now is in which country Carpisa export the most?
In which country we export the most? Outside of Italy, of course, because Italy is the home market. First in the world is at the moment Greece, actually. This is the first market, because traditionally, let's say, one of our oldest agents that is working for us is from Greece. So let's say the first stores opened outside of Italy were in Greece, and then Croatia, Serbia. So
that's interesting. I didn't expect that. Really interesting.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting, because usually you expect to hear, I don't know, Germany, France, countries like this, but no, in Carpisa's case, it's Greece.
Then another question, are there on-campus recruitment opportunities?
Absolutely. You have recruitment opportunities. As I said, I remember IOM used to organize this job fairs, they were called back then, where they were trying to put in contact companies with the students, and of course organizing also some interviews. Besides, except for that, there's all types of events in IOM in Monaco. So also there you can at different conferences you can always meet somebody from the working environment that is in search of new fresh blood, let's say.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really useful what happens within the university with all the networking opportunities, and it's still like that also.
I'm glad to hear that. Huh? I'm glad to hear that. It's quite a good competitive advantage. Huh?
Sorry, Ayana, I think we have time for a last question if you have one, and it will be already the time to conclude, but please, Ariana.
Okay, the last one is what kind of career support you received at IOM?
What kind of career support? Well, the one that I highlighted earlier, so is the career department that really helped me out. So I don't know if they're listening or not, Sophie and Annalise, but they were really wow. They were helping me out to put me in contact with my future company. I remember I just needed to present to them what I wanted to do, more or less which industry, and then they really searched throughout the whole year to put me in contact with companies that were in search of a match. Okay.
Thank you. Do we have time for another question?
Yeah, go, Ariana, because I saw that. I saw that there was another one. Yeah.
We have Adam, which is 17 years old and is a student at Singapore Institute of Management Development, and is asking, in today's fast-paced world, how can healthy competition among companies, company employees, and modern management be established?
Healthy competition between modern companies. Sorry, can you just repeat one more time the first part?
In today's fast-paced world, how can healthy competition among company employees and modern management be established?
Well, today is really, as I said, a challenge. So, guys, you need to take it as such. But I always say, you know, challenge can also be crisis can also be opportunity for someone, and you need to understand this, because that's when quality stands out. Okay, so if you invest in yourself, in studying, in learning, I'm sure that later on, when the time comes, you will be able to stand up, okay, from the crowd. So in such environment, I'm sure that you will come to be able to get to where you want to be. Okay.
Thank you for all this useful information.
Thank you very much, Ariana. Thank
No
you
problem.
very much, Vlada.
I hope
And yeah, you mentioned the help from the school, and of course now we call the International Business Days. You know, the career fair.
International
Business Days, and it will be we all together, program directors, but also with Sophie, Marine, and all team from the career department. We are preparing these very challenging moments, because it's always a good moment for the students, and considering the COVID situation, we'll organize things online by webinar, but it's good also with big companies, because as you know, generally the big companies cannot travel anymore because of the COVID, so they are extremely at ease and more comfortable to organize the things online. And so we are preparing a nice 3 days, very intense. And it will be the moment for the companies, of course, to potentially detect, the pearls for jobs or for internships.
Pearls that will be shining for years.
Absolutely. And also, moment to share, as you did, Vlada, now, the changes of the market as well, and the skills that the students need to be ready. And I really remind one key element, Vlada, you mentioned that to be ready, because I totally agree with you. And we saw that since last year, last year students found internship or jobs, not necessarily from July immediately after, but a little bit later. And I'm pretty sure it will be the same, because of course the economy continues and will continue, of course. So I'm pretty sure there will be very nice new opportunities as well. And let's keep in touch, Vlada, maybe with Carpisa for March for the international businesses. Let's have a discussion.
No problem.
And thank you so much, because you insisted a lot on that. And also I remind another thing, because you have already 11 years of experience, and you left the school so long time ago, I would say. And what I feel is that, of course, the knowledge is important, but I can feel that the attitude, the behavior is extremely important, whatever the job you have. And I thank you for that, because now you know, with the experience you have since 10 years, it's good to know for the students as well that the knowledge is the basis, of course. But the invisible things, the very soft skills as well are extremely essential.
Of course. And let me tell you something. It's not. I mean, for example, my sister, which also is somebody that finished IOM, by the way. So I mean, I know that now she has been for a pretty rough period in the last 10 months, because she moved from Monte Carlo to Dubai after working for Piaget for many years. And then she moved right in the pandemics in February last year. So it was quite tough for her to find a job, but she had a lot of interviews, more than 200. And last week, she finally managed to find a job. And I'm actually very proud because she found a job in Hermes, okay? So yes. So definitely what I'm trying to say is that you need to be persistent. It's not going to be easy. Times are like that, but don't give up, guys. Don't give up.
They will not, definitely. And having someone inspiring like you, I'm pretty sure they are ready tonight, you know, to face the different challenges, for sure. Each moment has different challenges. For sure, the specific moment we have now, it's totally unique in the world. And
Exactly.
well, for our generation, of course, all the pandemic happened before, but for us it was really the first one. But I'm pretty sure they will manage and to cross and to go over that. And we really help and we work together. This is, I think, the strong aspect of IOM, that we are a family and we really face the challenges all together. And as at your time, you know, the career team help you. It's exactly the same today with all the staff, all the prof, all the program directors, and all the career department. We are here to support and to really guide the students to be sure that they can have a fantastic career like you.
Thank you very much for that, Marjorie.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, Vlada. It was a great pleasure. Thank you, Ariana, for this exercise, because it's not always easy to interview. It's a real job. Thank you all the audience, all the panelists and so on. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, the IOM team. Let's keep in touch. And of course, if you have questions for Mario or for myself as a program director, or even for the current students like Ariana or Vlada as an alumnus, please do not hesitate to stay in contact with us. Okay?
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much. Take care, guys.
Enjoy your evening and good luck to everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.